And so Facebook likes to talk about its mission. It helps its product, says it connects with friends. As we heard today, it may cause body issues, body image issues too. Facebook says you can meet like-minded people. But the other side of that coin, radicalization, is entirely possible. And of course, you can get the latest news on your Facebook feed. The problem, of course, is that news could be a source of misinformation if you haven't selected carefully and properly, or the algorithm is basically reinforcing your own bias and bigotry. Carol Cardollar is the co-founder of the Real Facebook Oversight Board, with me from London. Carol has been with us on this programme, of course, on several occasions. You're not surprised by any of this. I'm pretty certain about that. So, to the extent of what you've heard, how far do you think this will be impetus for somebody to do something?
I mean, I do think that it is a bit of a pivotal moment. I think that Frances Hogan, she's a sort of dream witness. And she was articulate, she explained things so well, and she's coming at it with this incredible credibility and authority coming from inside the company. And I think what was really striking actually today was the focus on Instagram on children. Because I do think this thing about the harms to children is connecting to the public. And we are seeing this unity from both Republicans and Democrats on this. Right. And it was one of the most emotional moments when Senator Blumenthal talked about, he read out an email from somebody who talked about the impact upon his teenage daughter. And so, yeah, you never know, and we've seen Facebook wriggle off the hook so many times, haven't we? But it does feel like a game changer to me.
But Carol, as somebody who's looked at this at great detail, is it your feeling that something will be done more likely by the US regulators or by European regulators?
I mean, I think we are at the point now where the legislators are incredibly well informed. If you compare the questions today from what they were 3 years ago, there is a sea change there, I think. But also, I mean, I am very, very interested in what the regulators are going to do, and in particular the SEC, because the SEC, it has real powers. And we know that the whistleblower, she's filed 8 complaints with, backed up by documents to the SEC. And I think there's real questions too about, what there's still the cover up from the Cambridge Analytica scandal, the settlement that the SEC did then. And there's another lawsuit which is looking to challenge the answers that Mark Zuckerberg gave at that time. So there is a lot going on. And at this time, I think it really is the executives and it's the board members who are going to be on the hook.
On that point, I'm going to quote from this morning's New York Times. It's an article by Kevin Rose. It's a columnist. He says, never mind all that's going on of what they've heard. He says the real problem is Facebook is in trouble. Youngsters and teenagers don't want to use it. It's being marginalized to radicalized. And at best, the number of minutes used in the United States will fall by up to 40% in the next 10 years. That surely is an even bigger problem for Facebook.
Well, maybe, but I think we saw yesterday, didn't we, with the outage? It was like suddenly oxygen stopped working, didn't it? I mean, we weren't able to contact our friends. I mean, the fact that WhatsApp going down along with Facebook and Instagram really demonstrated how much we depend on these services. And also, I think you have to look at the rest of the world too, which is where Facebook is still very much growing and growing aggressively. So there is a degree of truth in that of certain services, but overall it's still boom, 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 I think.
I do wonder though, as we talk about all of this, the fact that WhatsApp went down yesterday was a great inconvenience to many of us, perhaps yourself as well, and certainly those of us who write to people in different countries. Is it possible, do you think, to keep the good and lose the bad?
mean, that's what Frances Hogan was saying. She was coming at it and sort of saying, you know, we can heal Facebook. I mean, I think that's a very... There is so much that needs to be done. And it is, I mean, where I agree with her is that she says there are things which are fixable, and that is so true. And, you know, many of the things that she called out were that they can be fixed with just spending some more money, by putting safety ahead of profit. You know, she talked about being on a team which was dealing with counter-espionage, dealing with threats from China, from Iran. And she said there were six or seven people on it. And she said, you know, it was outlandish, and that, you know, she said she's giving separate evidence about it being a national security issue. So, you know, there are so many multiple fronts which need urgently addressing here. But it is, right, you know, there is a lot that could be done, and there's a lot which has to be done.
Good to see you. Thank you. We'll talk more. I appreciate it. Thank you.